Yes, the Salsa Journeyman is a rebel. Authorized vehicles only beyond this point. Trespass and loitering forbidden by law. Wow. That's what the salsa is all about. It's not scared of anything. Yeah, anyways. Uh, Halfway point to the ride. Beautiful day. Looking at everything. So anyways, guys. Uh, Dude, this bike is sweet. Dusty ride. It's getting really dry out here now. Feels like the middle of summer, even though it's midway point or a little past midway point of the month. This thing is really holding up. Got the tires at about 45 pounds of PSI. So that really helps on these rocky conditions. This asphalt is rock hard. And it's a mixed terrain ride, so I do a little pavement. And in all honesty, if I keep my cadence high, I'm okay. You know, is it the fastest bike? Hell no. Averaging, I don't know, 18, 19 miles an hour going down, you know, slight decline, but ascents, you really don't notice it. Normally, it's about 21, 23 or 34, 35 kilometers an hour. So, you know, it's not a road bike. It's not a fast road bike. It's an all-terrain, basically, all road is what they call it. But man, I love it in gravel. That's where this bike really shines. The group said, again, guys, it's SORA. It's only a 9-speed. But man, the gear ratio is so good on this bike. Mechanical disc brakes. I got so used to the hydraulic disc brakes and how supple they were, but man, these mechanical disc brakes, if adjusted properly, will always work fine. You have to make sure your wheel is locked in. Remember, these are quick release, so they're not as stiff as a through axle. But that's how you save the money on these bikes. You got to go, you know, quick release, not through axle. I think there's an adapter to go through axle, but it's not worth it for me. I've had through axle bikes, and yeah, they're beautiful because everything locks in place. You don't have to worry too much about, you know, rotor rub. But there's a few hacks you can use to get your brake pads level again. And the easiest hack is put it on a rack, and you see everybody loosening up the caliper. I don't even do that. What I do is I take the wheel off. I stick something wide enough, like folded thin cardboard, you know, from a box, a thin box that you opened recently. Stick it between the brake pads, squeeze the brake pads, and make sure it's thick enough so the brake pads will go all the way back in. And once you do that, your squeaks are gone. I saw that on a GCN hack once with, I forget what his name is, Floyd, somebody. Anyways, and it worked really well. But in all honesty, guys, this bike is just sick. And I'm debating about getting the flat bar version of this bike. And I want to get it because it's on sale, but I really want to get it because basically it's going to become my mountain bike. I don't do a lot of gnarly mountain bike riding because I'm just not a fan of it. But I really like these trails. I like the serenity. I just like being out here. Sometimes the road gets a little hectic, and being out here just makes me feel really good. So guys, if you have any questions about the Salsa Journeyman, let me know. I highly recommend it. Affordable. Gets a lot of people out on the road with a really capable bike. Make sure you're carrying tubes. These aren't tubeless. Make sure you're carrying a pump, and make sure you have some CO2 cartridges. Other than that, plenty of water. There's racks or mounts galore on this bike. This bike has so many mounts, you can carry everything. But keep in mind, the weight really adds up. So you want to keep it as light as possible, in my opinion, unless you're doing some epic adventure for a few days. But if you're just out riding for a couple hours, keep it light. As you can see, I just have a saddlebag, 2 tubes, 2 CO2 cartridges, 2 water bottles, Camelback, and if you look up close, these are the Dirt Series, so they have the caps right on them. And you see my water bottles, they're super dusty. You don't want all that dirt and grime, you know, in your water. So the Salsa Journeyman even looks good when it's dirty. Anyways, guys, talk to y'all soon.